Hey guys, this is John Brown here from the John Brown Show. I am actually in the middle here of getting things ready because I'm moving soon. But that's probably not why you're here. What you're here for is my review of Spider-Man Far From Home. I've watched it on the day it came out on July 2nd. When right after I watched Avengers Endgame, the re-release of it, July 1st night, and watching them back to back was a very interesting experience. First thing first, Peter Parker, he goes to Europe for a little bit of a, I would say family vacation, but it's more so of a school vacation. And basically the big bad guy of the movie is, spoiler alert, Mysterio. He poses as like a hero, like the new Iron Man, the second coming of Iron Man, all of that, but really he's just some asshole who got fired by Stark a long time ago. And basically, with the help of a few other extras from the previous movies, Mysterio actually created some convincing elemental monsters to cause havoc in London. And we both know Peter Parker eventually wins the day, even though basically Mysterio releases his secret identity at the end of the movie during the first post-credits. So here are my thoughts on the movie, since I'm sure you guys seen hundreds and hundreds of reviews of Far From Home by now. And I'm kind of late to this, but anyway, I'll tell you guys some of my favorite highlights. How about that? Alright, what I like so far has been, what I like so far is the characterization of Peter. I was kind of crossed at first with the whole homecoming thing, with Tony being involved with Peter's life, and how, like, in a sense you can kind of say that maybe you could argue that Iron Man has been in homecoming too much, even though personally I think it's kind of just enough. Like, with any more, it was like definitely too much. Here in Far From Home, they kind of pretty much turned that up to 11, where everyone keeps asking Peter, "Oh, are you gonna be the new Iron Man? Are you gonna be the new Iron Man?" Me, I'm kind of crossed on the whole Peter Parker in the MCU, because I grew up on the Sam Raimi trilogy, where he's the only hero in the whole universe, outside maybe Punisher. And essentially, I will say that Peter in the MCU, like, I want Peter to interact with other heroes, but at the same time, you know, like, you want those intimate stories where it's just the audience, the character. And I think overall, I think Marvel did a good job with making Peter be in this world, the MCU, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where people talk about like, say, the decimation, or they like call it the blip in the movie from Endgame, and they all just talk about it, and it's just part of world history. So I would say that I'm kind of a bit mixed, but I would say that overall, since this is a brand new take on Spider-Man, all that, despite the fact they currently gloss over Uncle Ben, much to my disappointment, which I will get into in a second. But I think overall, though, I'm for this new Spider-Man. I'm open-minded to it, basically. I liked, I forgot the name of the actor who did Mysterio right now. But essentially, he did a good job of, I enjoyed it more during the second half of the movie. During the first half, it was more, you could say that's kind of, to me I thought it was kind of weakish, doing a hero. But I think that's like kind of probably part of the joke, looking back through the hindsight, that Mysterio was just faking all of it. And let's see here. Okay, and I would say the only thing, my one big issue, the one big issue I have with Far From Home, even though it's a nitpick essentially for this new iteration of Spider-Man, but for me as a Raimi trilogy type of guy, I take a bit of offense. But essentially, there's gonna be a comic book moment where, that you guys probably saw already, where Mysterio got Spider-Man trapped in this Mysterio dimension, or like the reality bending acid trip essentially. And they did a reference with Tony's dead body in the Marvel zombie type of fashion, but they showed Tony's tombstone, just Tony's tombstone alone, and Peter in his graveyard. And he just sees Tony Stark. Now, we're very emotional, and like for me, who cares to some degree over Tony and Peter's relationship, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, where's Uncle Ben's tombstone? Like, should his tombstone be like at least next to Tony's? Because like, to me, like Uncle Ben is like arguably the most important person to Peter Parker, essentially, as far as his foundation of his character, which they kind of blew over in Homecoming, and in turn they blew up over here. Even though, and plus, I'm really curious to just see who is cast as Uncle Ben in this universe, because like Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, like that's intriguing of a choice. I'd like to see what young handsome person would they pick for Uncle Ben, but guess we won't know. My guess, by the way, is that they're probably going to just skip over Uncle Ben entirely. Like, for all these movies, I'm really going to call that they're going to somehow find a way to dodge around the whole Uncle Ben thing. They can say that Ben Parker exists, but they won't reveal if he's alive or if he's dead. We'll just assume that he exists, but he doesn't exist. Which is all good and all, but to me that's not really, again, that's not really respectful to the source material as far as I feel. But like overall though, like the movie though was great otherwise, so like it's not like I'm not gonna enjoy the movie or gonna give it, or say it will hurt the score. That I'm probably not gonna give it. But do any other moments? Well, you guys probably seen other reviews before mine at this point, since I'm still starting out. So I'll say that you guys heard a lot of other opinions on the movie as well. And plus, again, my memory is slightly foggy because it's been a while since I'm again doing the review a little bit late. But you can think of this as a late review, or I'm not. It's nighttime right now, and I'm kind of just tired, so I'm trying to think of a good adjective here. Essentially, but anyway, the movie is definitely worth a watch. It has a nice little Easter egg in the first mid-credit scene, which is J.K. Simmons, which is honestly my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters from the Sam Raimi trilogy, where he was like, "Give me more pictures of Spider-Man," and like all his scenes, and especially my favorite scene with him was ironically the deleted scene where he was wearing Peter's suit and all that. I like the second twist for the second post-credit theory, post-credit scene where Nick and Maria Hill are actually Talos and Serene. And I found it kind of cute. In retrospect, I found it as a cute power couple moment when Nick was like, or I guess he has like prefer called Fury. Fury. I really like his. I like his moment where he's like, "Do you got me?" And then a rocket hit the drone that's about to shoot Nick, and then Hill said, "I got you." In a way, so that's like a cute couple moment in retrospective. I kind of would like to see the real Nick and Hill go through something like that. And I don't know where the real Hill is. She's probably on the ship with Nick. I don't know. But I hope they keep the Skrulls mainly as good guys, even though they're probably going to introduce bad Skrulls at some point with the whole Fox deal and Fantastic Four and all of that. But I would say this: I like Talos. Like, as far as Captain Marvel goes, like I found him an interesting guy that can do interesting things with. Now, sure, since she was introduced in Captain Marvel, it's kind of like, I'm not even going to get into that, but I like his views here. I like how he was talking to Nick, trying to report back, and then Nick just hang up on him, which is pretty much a Nick thing to do, because Nick is focused on much bigger things than that. But overall, if I was to say, I would say overall, I'm not going to give a score to this, because one, this is a late review, and two, like, to me it's just all arbitrary. Like you're either gonna watch the movie or not. You're gonna enjoy it or not. I would say I enjoy Endgame more. How about that? If you want if you want something to rank it by, I enjoy it more than Endgame. I think I might prefer, like, as far as the emotional beats go, I prefer Infinity War over Far From Home, but I would say that they're pretty much side by side to me. Like, there's no real comparison because they're different in tone and all that. So I'd say watch the movie. It's definitely real good. It's entertaining, and you have a good time. And plus, we'll also close out the Phase 3 of the MCU. And then next day is I miss Robert Downey Jr. and if they make Tom Holland the next Robert Downey Jr., that'd be awesome. And guys, like, comment, subscribe. Take care.